And today we're at a house in Santan Valley, Arizona, where we have two horses that are in need of some trailer loads. So at first he wanted to just turn in and come straight up to me. And now he's kind of ignoring me a little bit. He's not too worried about that. That's a little bit better. He's not quite leading me. Getting close there. Mikana, on. Good morning and welcome to House Calls with Luke. I'm Luke Brown, your host from Reata Horsemanship, and today we're at a house in Santan Valley, Arizona, where we have two horses that are in need of some trailer loading help. And today I decided that I would help these horses trailer load from a round pen. So instead of using a halter and a lead rope, I'm just going to use a round pen and show you how to help a horse get comfortable getting in the trailer without putting a halter and a lead rope on him. Now, I think all horses should learn to get onto a trailer with pressure from the halter and the lead rope. If they don't know how to get on with pressure, when they feel pressure on their head, they're going to panic. So they need to be able to yield to that pressure. That being said, we're going to do it with a round pen right now, but we will do it with a halter and lead rope after that off camera. Now, Mikana has a lot of energy this morning, so I don't have to put very much pressure on him at all to get him to move around the round pen. If he were real slow and lazy, I would have to pick up my energy, but Mikana has got a lot of energy himself, so I'm going to just stay nice and calm and relaxed and keep my energy low. Now, as he starts to listen to me and not be so reactive here in the round pen, I'm going to start putting pressure on him away from the trailer and releasing my pressure when he's closer to the trailer. That's the general gist of it. That's the idea, is pressure when he's away from the trailer, release of pressure when he's close to the trailer, and eventually he's going to crave getting on that trailer because he doesn't feel pressure and he gets to rest and relax. Since when I'm round penning horses, I want them to, when they change directions, to look into me and turn to change directions. If he turns away from me, I'm going to cut him off and send him in the same direction. I'll start with that, and I've never round penned him before. I don't know really how much round penning he's had, but there he turned away from me, so I'm just going to send him the same direction. I'm going to get him looking into me, paying attention to me, changing directions when I step out in front of him. Once I get him listening to me and following me around, then I'm going to start working on getting in the trailer. Now, if he decides he wants to go in the trailer before I do that, I'm going to let him go in the trailer. The only place I'm going to let him turn away from me is at the trailer. Everywhere else, he's going to have to turn in towards me when he changes directions. You saw in some of the footage when we started out and put him in the round pen, he was quite energetic, moving around, not very relaxed, but now he's starting to bring his head down a little bit, trotting instead of loping. Now, why do I like that he's trotting instead of loping? Because that shows he's more relaxed. Earlier on, he was just running around, kind of racing around the round pen, and he wasn't relaxed. Now he's trotting, more relaxed. So that's what I'm looking for at this point. You can see him start to lower his head. Whoa. See if he'll follow me around. Now I could use this follow me method and get him to actually walk in the trailer like this as well. But I'm going to actually send him in the trailer instead of having him follow me in the trailer. He's a little pushy. Send him the other way. Now when I send him off, I have to be careful because he might try to kick out. So he turned his butt to me, so I'm going to send him the same direction. Let's just gain some respect first. Get some respect, some relaxation. You see him really pushing hard right now. So I'm going to keep my energy low. Let him kind of wear himself out a little bit. Now you can do this with a trailer with a ramp, and you can do it with a trailer without a ramp. I have the ramp that's into the round pen with the panels to the side of the ramp. If that trailer didn't have a ramp, then it would be in the same position. There would just be no ramp there. I like that he's slowing down. Put a little pressure on him. Now right now I'm put pressure on him again. Even though he's over close to the trailer, first I'm trying to get his respect by getting him to turn in towards me. If he turns his tail towards me and turns away from me, I'm going to put some pressure on him and send him the same direction. I'm not worried about the trailer right now. I'm just doing some round penning with the trailer there. So he kind of gets used to it as he's running around like that, lowering his head. Whoa. Ask him to lope. Now that he's a little bit more relaxed, I'm asking him to lope. He's nice and balanced. Meaning he picks up the correct lead. He's really balanced on his feet when I ask him to lope. He's licking and chewing there. Whoa. Send him the other direction. So I'm establishing control, establishing leadership, I'm establishing direction, changes of direction. All of this is good for his mind. I want him to be relaxed and listening to me. Once he's relaxed and listening to me, then he'll listen to me as I direct him to get on the trailer. Whoa. Step out in front of him. Change directions. Another thing that I'm doing is he's getting a little bit winded, and as he starts to get tired and crave oxygen, he's going to want to rest. Where am I going to let him rest? Over at the trailer. Now this round pen is about 50 feet, right? Now this round pen is about 50 feet, and that's kind of optimal. We consider doing it in a larger area, but this 50 feet gives you the chance to move your horse's feet around without getting exhausted yourself. You can put some pressure on him, get him to move. Whoa. I'm going to let him follow me around. If he'll take it. Walk towards his hip. He's not taking it, so I'm going to send him along. Now he's kind of in that automatic mode where he just keeps going. So I'll let him keep going. If he doesn't take me up on the stop offer, I'll just keep sending him around. Oh. Turned away from me, send him the same direction. So at first he wanted to just turn in and come straight up to me. And now he's kind of ignoring me a little bit. He's reverted to just keeping moving his feet instead of coming in. I think early on he was coming into me. It's almost more like he was being reactive and hyper, and that's why he was running into me. Oh. There he comes. Yeah, he's being distracted. Now, starting to get him to focus a little bit. You see where his head is, it's lower. He's licking and chewing. He's enjoying this rest. He's breathing kind of hard, starting to sweat. Let him follow me around some more. I like where his mind is right now. He's much more relaxed. Now, if he starts trying to lead me here, I'm going to change directions. So this is kind of round penning 101 before I'm actually going to ask him to get in the trailer. I want to make sure the horse is listening to me, following me. If he tries to lead me, I'm going to change directions so I stay in front of him, catch his attention. See, when I circle to the right, he wants to get in front of me a little bit. Right here, change directions. A little better. Still kind of getting in front of me. So one thing this could tell me is he might be less comfortable with me being on his right side. So when I'm on his left side, he's fine to follow me. But as I circle to the right, he kind of wants to block me and keep me on his left side. I'm not too worried about that. That's a little bit better. He's not quite leading me. He's getting close there. Change directions. Now there he went to approach the trailer, and I went ahead and clucked, put a little pressure on him. The main reason I did that is because I just didn't want him, I want him listening to me and not doing whatever he wants. In a second, I'm going to release the pressure when he goes that way and checks the trailer out. But right now, my purpose is getting him to follow me around. Don't underestimate the power of round penning when it comes to seeing your horse's athleticism, kind of evaluating how fast are they, how athletic are they, how sure-footed are they, how sound are they, how reactive are they, or how dull are they, how responsive are they to your cues. Do they follow your leadership, or are they just totally reactive? Are they a bully? There's so much I can learn about my horse in here in the round pen without ever touching him. Okay, we won't get perfect today with this, with him following me. He still is keeping me in that left eye. Getting a little too close. Now I'm just going to get over here on his right side and let him relax with me on his right side. So he's not wanting me to be in that right eye, probably because he's just a little more bothered on the right side about a human being there. So I'm going to get over here and let him rest while I'm on his right side. Then when I ask him to follow me again, I'm going to walk out of his right side, circle away towards his hip. Now I'm on his right side. Now, see how he put me on his left eye? I'm going to get over here on the right side again. Good boy. Okay, circle away. Now I'm going to stop, rub on him. I'm just getting him more used to me being on that right side by turning him out to his right and then rubbing him to stop on his right side. I'll just keep rubbing him, go with him. Good boy. That's better. I like the fact he's letting me stay on that right side. Okay, now I'm going to send him away. Now, every time he gets close to the trailer, I'm going to take my pressure off. Right here, I'm going to release my pressure. Here, I'm going to put pressure. And pressure could be as much as just pointing, speeding my feet up, kissing, swinging my stick and string. He doesn't need a lot. He's off. Now add pressure. He's off. Oh. And every time he gets close to that trailer, I'm going to say the stop word. Oh. Oh. Now obviously he's got a lot of energy in his feet. I don't have to put much pressure on him. Right there, he looked towards the trailer, release my pressure, now pick up my pressure, release my pressure, whoa. Now watch his head's through that gate, the top of the gate. As soon as he faces that way, release my pressure, now I'm going to pressure him. Oh, watch his head. He's looking left. He turned just a little bit right. Now he's smelling that trailer. Take my pressure away. If his movement is towards the trailer, I'm going to release my pressure. If he gets curious about the trailer, if he looks at it, if he tries to smell it, right here I'm going to back way off, release my pressure, and let him just hang out there. Now if he decides to leave that spot, then I'm going to bring my pressure in again. But as long as he's standing there and just relaxing, I'm not going to put any pressure on him. My goal in this, as he's leaving, put pressure on him. My goal in this session this morning is to get him to really crave being in the trailer. Little pressure, pressure, release. Good, he checked it out, pressure, release. Pressure, and pressure, and take my pressure away. Whoa. He's looking away from the trailer. Pressure, release. Pressure. And you can see I'm not getting after him very much. Just letting him know if he's doing it wrong, if he's going away from the trailer, he's going to feel a little extra pressure. Okay. Pressure. Oh. Release. Pressure. Oh. He's very aware of what I'm doing. So he sees, you can see his right ear really watching me. Oh. Wrong answer. Pressure, pressure, release. Pressure, release. Oh. Pressure. Oh. Pressure. Now he's going to get pretty sweaty doing this until he figures it out. I just want him to look towards that trailer. Right there. Right there. Right there. And when I say right there, I'm releasing the pressure because he's doing something positive towards getting on that trailer. Right there. Right there. I like how he's lined up there, so I'm going to really release my pressure, exaggerate this release here. Let him hang out there. Let him feel really good about being right there in front of the trailer. Ready to load. I'm going to let him come this way, put some pressure on him, so we'll go the other direction. Whoa. 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 Pressure when he's going away. Release when he's approaching the trailer. Pressure. Whoa. And release. Whoa. Pressure. And release. Whoa. Pressure. Whoa. I'm also stopping my feet. When I say the word stop, whoa, stopping my feet so he can see that that's his cue for him to stop. Whoa. Whoa. He looked at it. Oh, almost. Oh. Pressure when he's going away. Oh. Pressure. Oh. As you can see, this isn't very complicated. I'm just releasing my pressure as he approaches and adding pressure as he's going away from the trailer. Whoa. I'm okay to change directions. So I put a little pressure on him, change directions, because he's coming towards me, not the trailer. And remember, this is more like a mark training where I'm teaching him to be sent from further away to get on the trailer. Just going to let him hang out here. Now at some point, if he's just standing there and he's doing the right thing, at some point you have to add a little more pressure to get him to start to try to get on or try something else. But I'm releasing this pressure, a big release, to let him know this is where I want him. He was looking outside the trailer, just put a little pressure with my hand signal and my cluck. Watch him, see if he'll start to approach the trailer. Right there. Whoa. He's leaving. Put some pressure on him. Whoa. 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 Pressure. Whoa. Whoa. Little extra pressure. He started ignoring me there. Whoa. And release. Whoa. Pressure. I'm not going to let him turn away from me. I'm going to send him the same direction if he does. Whoa. Remember, the only time I'm going to let him turn away from me is if he turns into the trailer. Whoa. I missed my cue there. Whoa. It's okay. I let him turn away from me. He was close enough to the trailer. Whoa. I thought maybe he'd turn and look into that trailer. Whoa. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. So when he gets on the trailer, or he approaches the trailer, I'm going to start using the word good boy or the words good boy to cue him that he's doing the right thing. And in a little bit, I'm going to start adding the verbal cue, Mikana on. I'm going to say Mikana on. And when I do, I'm going to point, I'm going to just wiggle my fingers up like this. This is going to be my cue. You could do anything. You could do jumping jacks. You could do run in place, whatever cue you want to cue your horse to say, at this cue, I want you to start approaching the trailer. So I'm just going to use this cue. I'm going to raise my hand and wiggle my fingers like this. And then I'm going to say, Mikana on. This is a mark training technique, so I'm going to just give him a cue, Mikana on. And as he approaches that trailer, release my pressure. Mikana on. right there. Release. Good boy. Mikana, on. Good boy. Good boy. Release my pressure. Let him hang out there. He's starting to drip sweat. This sand has given him a good workout this morning. Let him feel real good right there. Now, if we were actually doing mark training, I would teach him an off cue. I'd say Mikana off, and I would get him to back up off of the trailer. Today, I'm just going to teach him to get on. Just if we can get him every time I raise my hand, wiggle my fingers, and say Mikana on, he goes right in, and he'll just stand there and relax. And we can work on him getting off later. But today, we want to just get him nice and comfortable getting in the trailer in this round penning technique. Now I'm going to point, so that's my cue to go around, cluck, and I'm going to send him off. Oh. Oh. So I'm using the stop word to cue him to slow down and stop towards the trailer, and then I'm going to give him the get on the trailer cue. Oh. Oh. Mikana, on. Good boy. Now he's looking outside the trailer. I'm going to see if I can get him to look inside. Mikana, on. Mikana, that's okay. Send him around. Oh. Oh. Mikana, on. Mikana, on.